Sherry and Raleigh landed in a vacant lot in the year 2002. The abandoned house had been torn down a few years ago. They stood hand in hand, examining the dusty landscape. In the distance, the skeletal frames of new homes were being erected.
We need to acquire funds and a vehicle. Then we can determine our next steps.
Are we safe for now?
For now, yes.
Good. I don't know about you, but I could use a break. Why don't we do something fun? Have you ever seen the ocean?
No. I remember being in a warehouse before activation, then stored at the resistance bunker in the year 2169. Then I met you. I've never really been anywhere.
Oh, then you are in for a treat. Where is the nearest oceanside town from here?
Sherry deliberately avoided mentioning the small seaside town her father used to take her to. Sherry Empress and the clones would share that memory, making it too dangerous.
There's a town called Seaside Shores, precisely 147.13 miles from this location.
Precisely, huh? Okay, let's go.
They walked a few blocks until they found a car parked by the side of the road. Raleigh picked the lock effortlessly and hot-wired the ignition. Sherry got in the passenger seat. They stopped at an ATM where Raleigh accessed funds without a card or PIN code.
Just enough for what we need.
Sherry couldn't help but dwell on Raleigh's capability to access funds. She thought to herself that she could easily ask him to drain the ATM and then hit 100 more. They could bet the money on future sports outcomes or invest in companies she knew would succeed. They could be rich. But she quickly pushed the thought away. This was precisely the path Sherry Empress had taken, accumulating wealth and power through temporal manipulation until she went insane. No, her story was going to be different. It had to be. Back in the car, Sherry broke the silence.
So how does this work? If we're going to be together forever, I'm going to get old eventually, and you will still look like you do now.
I have the option to change my appearance so I can age along with you. Or some hosts prefer that their imprinted AIs stay perpetually youthful looking.
Sherry shuddered at the implication.
Well, I much prefer the first option. I wouldn't want anyone to think I'm your grandma.
Noted.
They arrived in Seaside Shores and parked in a lot near the beach. It was the off-season, lending a slight chill to the air, and only a few locals were walking around. They climbed the dune and walked down to the edge of the sand.
Okay, now we have to take our shoes off. And yes, we will get sand in our shoes when we put them back on. That's mandatory fun.
Raleigh took off his boots, hesitating slightly before placing his feet into the cool, soft sand. They left their shoes by the dune and walked down toward the water, hand in hand. The waves rushed up, splashing over their bare feet. Raleigh flinched at the initial cold, but then a slow, profound smile broke across his face. He gazed out over the vast, shimmering horizon.
This is better than any simulated environment I could have processed.
I'm glad we came here. We have a whole world to explore, Raleigh. I want to show you everything.
He gently squeezed her hand. That afternoon, they strolled through the town, ducked into several little shops, and sat on a bench while Sherry ate an ice cream cone.
It's getting late. We should probably get a room for the night.
They checked into a local motel and lay down next to each other on top of the blankets, still holding hands.
So what's next? I would love to go back to the 1980s at some point, and maybe jump a million years into the future just to see what happens to humanity. What would you like to do, Raleigh?
Honestly, I would like to visit ancient Egypt to see how they constructed the Great Pyramids. I have some structural theories, but I would like to confirm them.
We'll do it. We have a whole lifetime to explore everything. Tomorrow we will make a proper list. But for now, I need to get some sleep.
I'm going to power down for system checks. I really enjoyed today.
Me too. Good night, Raleigh.
Good night, Sherry.
They fell asleep, still hand in hand, fully clothed on the covers. Sherry began to have a vivid dream, but it was less a dream and more a fusion of a fragmented memory and a terrifying vision of the future. She woke up with a sharp gasp, sitting bolt upright.
Sherry, are you okay?
Sherry took a moment to regulate her breathing, the motel room coming into slow focus. She looked at Raleigh, her eyes wide with realization.
Raleigh, I need to ask you something vital. Who created you? Your model of AI, I mean.
Nobody knows for certain. It is a heavily guarded secret. The first of my kind was created sometime in the early 2100s, but some of the original records have been purged.
Sherry shook her head slowly, her gaze never leaving his.
I think I know who created you, Raleigh. It was me.
They stared at each other in the dim light.